On this video for Premiere Plasma CNC, we will be making a simple welcome sign inside of Punch via CAD. Then we will export this sign to SheetCam and then send it to Mach 3 to be cut out. First, we're going to make our outside perimeter of the box. We're going to make this welcome sign, let's say 6 inches tall and about 24 inches wide. So we'll do 24 inches wide, 6 inches tall. Next, we're going to go down here to our text tool. Then we're going to double click. Now if you want this text to be centered on the sign, you will find your midpoint and the text will get centered. So we're going to double click now. Then we're going to type in welcome. We're going to do all capitals. Now if you want to change the text, the best way to do that is hit the selection tool, double click on your text, and it'll bring up your text properties. For this one, we're just going to do standard Arial black. The size, we'll do size 288. We're going to move that till it centers up like this. Next, what we can do is double click our font until it becomes red. Go to edit, change object type, and we're going to select curves. Hit OK. And now it's just a perimeter of our font. This is what we will need, so SheetCam does not just try to cut out a whole entire black C. It will just cut out the perimeter. We can go ahead and exit out of this. Now for this, we're going to want to zoom in and attach this center of this 0 to the outside perimeter to prevent the center from falling out. So as you can see, when we click on it, this is in one layer. So we're going to want to ungroup this. So we're going to go edit, group, ungroup. Now when we click on it, it will just give us little portions of the text. So I'm going to go ahead and draw our 2 lines, one right here, we'll do one right here. Then I'm going to take our selection tool, click, hit backspace to delete, click, hit backspace to delete, same as right here, click backspace. Then I'm going to go down here, click and hold, and then we're going to select 3-point conic. So for this, we're going to click on an endpoint here, this endpoint, and then we're going to adjust it so it looks symmetrical. Same here, endpoint, endpoint, same down here, endpoint, endpoint, and then move it to look symmetrical. Now we're going to put 2 holes, and then we're going to give these corners a radius. So for the holes, we're going to click down and then do single circle 1 point. Let's make these holes 0.30 in diameter. We're going to go here, put a hole, and go over here and put a hole. Then next, we want to do a radius. Do a radius of 1/2 inch. Click on the left line, then the right line, bottom. Same as over here. Now what we can do also is click back on our selection tool and center our holes on the radius as center. Do right down right there, and we'll do this one over here. Now that those are both there, we have our welcome sign. Now what we want to do is click from the bottom right to left top to highlight the whole thing. Then we're going to go to edit, group, and we're going to group it all together. Now we're going to go to file, export it as a DXF, Hit OK. We're going to name this welcome sign. Save it to our desktop as a DXF. Now we're going to open up SheetCam. Now with SheetCam open, we're going to go File, New Part. Do you want to port in drawings to this part? We're going to hit Yes. There's our DXF file, welcome sign. We're going to hit Open. Inches bottom left corner. So now there's our drawing. Now if you ever have white letters in here or any white lines or shapes, that means there is a broken line or it is just a single line. But as you can see, the inside of this is all yellow and then the outside is red. So as SheetCam looks at it as is like a stoplight, yellow comes before red. So it's going to cut all the yellow lines out first and then it will cut the red lines out. So now what we're going to want to do is go to the bottom left to operations, create a new jet cutting operation. We're going to do outside offset, layer 1. We're going to use this tool number 1 I have. This is going to be for some 10 gauge. Now your tool will determine on how thick your metal is. So if you're running 18 gauge, 16 gauge, or 14 gauge, your feed rate will be different. We're going to do arc of a lead in and an arc of a lead out. We'll hit OK. Now all we have to do is go up here at the top left to run post processor, since we can see all of our cut paths are already done. And we're going to save it as welcome sign G code. Save it. Hit OK. And then from here we'll go to Mach 3 and load the G code and it'll be ready to cut out. Thank you for watching.